And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my top 10, well, in this case, top 14 movies of 2018. These are my personal favorites. I wanted to do 10 and really be like everybody else, but I couldn't. So I decided to do 14 movies, and this was really hard for me to do. I do have an honorable mentions list. I just posted up, so you can go back and check that out. Maybe one of your favorites are in there. A lot of these movies I didn't even get a chance to review either because it's been so crazy with movies lately. So it's been very crazy. So I'll give you a small review if I didn't really review it. But some of these movies I did review, and like I said, it was very hard for me to do. So let's start from the bottom all the way to the top. So let's see what we got. So at number 14, I do have A Simple Favor, directed by Paul Feig, starring Blake Lively and Anna Kendricks. Very good little mystery movie. Very lot of twists and turns here. I like the laughs about this movie. Very funny as well. Has a kind of a Gone Girl feel to it. So I like that movie a lot. At number 13, can't leave this movie out of the list. That's Jurassic World. Hey, I'm a big fan of these movies. I always wanted Jurassic Park 4. We got that in 2015, so the sequel to that came out. It was a fresh new telling for it, and I feel like Chris Pratt owns this role besides Star-Lord. So there you go. And also Bryce Dallas Howard is very good in this movie as well. So there you go. At number 12, I wanted to put this up higher, but there was more movies in this list that was more better than this movie. But I still love this movie a lot, and that's Deadpool 2. This actually almost did not make my list. I was gonna take this movie out of the list and put something else, but I love this movie. I love the Deadpool character so much. I love X-Men a lot. So yeah, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds was born to play this character, so the sequel is gonna come out after the success of the first one. The whole X-Force joke stuff was great in this movie. Juggernaut was great. This whole movie was just awesome. So a great sequel to a great little franchise. So hopefully they can continue when they go to Disney. But let's see what happens moving forward. At number 11, I do have Incredibles 2. This movie, I think I've been waiting for like 15 years or whatever the heck it is. This movie wasn't even supposed to come out this year, but they did. They pushed back Toy Story 4. So to have this movie come out, and Incredibles 1 is still one of my favorite Pixar movies. So when I saw Incredibles 2, I was like, can they capture the magic again? And it's like, yes, they did. The story literally continues right after the first one, so it's like, yes. And it doesn't feel outdated. The CG in this movie is perfect. It's great. The whole scenes with Jack and with Jack alone is just perfect. So yeah, that movie is gold. I love it a lot. So number 11, Incredibles 2. At number 10, here comes my top 10 now. I have Mission Impossible 6. I mean, let's face it, Tom Cruise is a psychopath. The guy is a genius. I don't know how he does it. I think secretly he's actually a robot. And Hollywood doesn't want anybody to know that, so shh, keep that quiet. He's a robot. He's not really the real Tom Cruise. I don't know how this guy does these stunts, but the guy delivers and great spy stuff. He's actually better than James Bond, and we get this movie more than Bond movies. So I was like, yeah. So Mission Impossible number 6. I can't wait for number 7 now. So here's hoping. At number 9 is Wakanda Forever, Black Panther. Black Panther was awesome, people. I mean, come on. This movie had everything you wanted. A great villain in Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger, and Black Panther himself was amazing. So, and yeah, now everybody cheers, no matter what religion you are, what ethnicity you are. Everybody says Wakanda Forever now. Everybody knows that. So yeah, praise it. So there you go. Number 9, Black Panther. At number 8 is Avengers Infinity War. I wanted to put this up higher, but there were movies that I loved so much that I just had to keep it up there. But I still love this movie a lot. This movie is still gold to me. I mean, Thanos is that villain we've all been waiting for since we first saw the first Avengers. The guy standing up, turning to the camera and smiling. We wanted to see him on the big screen, and we finally got him. Josh Brolin played him, and he crushed it. I mean, literally crushed it. The ending is emotional. We know the after credits is gonna show the tease of a certain superhero coming in the next movie, and now we know what's gonna happen. Kind of know what's gonna happen in the event of Endgame. So Yeah, Avengers Infinity War was awesome. So at number 7 was A Star Wars Born. This movie I really liked because I'm a huge fan of Lady Gaga. I love her music very much, so I was like, okay, she can act a little bit. She's alright. She did a really good job in American Horror Story, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. Blew me away. This movie has been remade like 4 or 5 times already, so go figure. Bradley Cooper directed this movie for the first time. This is his first movie directed. Sure, couple little things here and there he could have done better, but that's what happens with a first time director. They try their very best. Sometimes they come out with a masterpiece. Sometimes they just like, it's all right. He pretty much, for his first movie, a masterpiece. So very good on him. I'm actually kind of looking forward to see if he's gonna continue doing directing, be like kind of like Clint Eastwood, where he does movies and he's in movies. So who knows? So let's see what he does moving forward. At number 6, here it comes, people. Venom. Venom to me is like getting a Joker movie. Venom has always been my favorite Spider-Man villain of all time. So yeah. So when I heard that Spider-Man wasn't gonna be in this movie, I was like, okay, how are they gonna do this? And they did. I knew this movie was gonna be good. I didn't think this movie would be that good, and I love this movie, start to finish. Tom Hardy did a really good job playing Eddie Brock, and them getting Venom right. Thank you, because we can't mention that abomination of 3 ever again. That wasn't Venom. That was just something. We don't know what it is. We still can't figure it out. Anyway, Venom worked in almost every level. This movie would have been supremely perfect if Spider-Man was in this movie, but he's not, so, but whatever. But still, great movie. It was awesome. I loved it very much. Now comes the top 5. Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. Yeah, that'd be number 5. This movie is bonkers. I mean, completely bonkers. I mean, I got to see like 5 different Spider-Mans in one movie. It was beyond crazy. Miles Morales Spider-Man, which I didn't think we ever gonna get in a movie, live action or even animated, and they nailed the heck out of it here. He was great. Peter Porker was in this movie. Yes, that's right, Spider-Pig. I said that. Yeah, that's an actual character. Look it up. Noir Spider-Man. It's kind of like the black and white gangster version of Spider-Man. That was cool. Spider-Man himself was in this movie. Spider-Gwen, which I think everybody wants to see that. Hopefully, maybe live action one day. But yeah, the animation in this movie felt like it was just a comic book on the movie screen. So yeah, that was great. I loved it a lot. Very good movie. At number 4, now the Michael B. Jordan movie, and that's Creed 2. Creed 2 to me was pretty much what the perfect sequel to Rocky 4. Yes, we have Rocky 5, but we don't. I'm talking about pure like what happens right after that movie. If this movie picked up right after that movie, it would have been perfect. I mean, Ivan Drago coming back and seeing him and what he's been going through, and having his son be in this, and also kind of feel like he needs to prove himself. Just like Michael B. Jordan had to do the same thing. He had to prove himself, and not only just to be, I guess, get out of his father's shadow, but also get that kind of like revenge he needed to get for what happened to his father. So everybody in that movie worked very well. If they give us a third one, cool. If they don't, I'm cool with it too. But still, very good movie. At number 3, this one and number 2 was hard for me, but I actually swapped it out. I'm gonna put Bumblebee. Bumblebee was very good. I was hoping this would be like a reboot, kind of twisted movie, but number 3 will be Bumblebee, because it felt like watching a live action Iron Giant movie, and it worked in so many different ways. It felt fresh. If this was actually after 2, it would have been perfect as a number 3 movie, because I don't count Transformers 3. I know you're yelling at me, but I hate Transformers 3, so this would have been great if this was just a sequel to number 2. But it's a prequel, so go figure. So it's a great movie, so now I have something to count more. So there you go. Number 3 would be Bumblebee. At number 2 is Aquaman. Aquaman was so good, and it's like I apologized. All of us who are DC fans, we all big bullies to him. We all like, Aquaman's not a cool villain, cool superhero. He talks to fish. We all did it. Don't deny. I did it too as a kid. I made fun of Aquaman with the gold shirt and the green pants and the way he rides a purple seahorse. Yeah, we all made fun of him. So just say sorry to him. Go. This movie is awesome. I mean, badass villain. Ocean Master was great. We got to see Black Manta on the big screen. Are you kidding me? Jason Momoa is Aquaman now, so there you go with that. So I loved every minute of it, and it was gold. And at number one, the movie you're probably going to be surprised at, but for me, I love this movie a lot. I saw this movie like 5 times in theaters. Bohemian Rhapsody. I love this movie so much. This movie is like that perfect biopic movie that you always wanted to see. If you never knew the band Queen, or you never heard their music and you just knew about it but never knew who Freddie Mercury was or what his angle was in the music business and what he did for music, not only for all the artists moving, now, because their music influenced other bands. Even today, they probably get influenced by them. You go back and look at other bands, they probably like, yeah, Queen was one of our inspirations. And the way that they made the movie about how he was dealing with his sexuality, and the way how he created the band, and how they all came up with the music that they made, and it's like, yes. As soon as I got home, I was starting downloading every single movies. I started buying every single movie, so every song they had, and it was just like, yes. So this movie is awesome to me, and I loved every minute of it. So there's my top 14 movies. I'll recap it again. Number 14, A Simple Favor. Number 13, Jurassic World. Number 12, Deadpool 2. Number 11, Incredibles 2. Number 10, Mission Impossible. Number 9, Black Panther. Number 8, Avengers Infinity War. 7, A Star Wars Born. 6, Venom. 5, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. 4, Creed 2. 3, Bumblebee. 2, Aquaman. And of course, number 1, Bohemian Rhapsody. But that's my list. These are the movies I loved a lot. Maybe you didn't like any of them. That's cool. Let me know what your list is and what movie would you put in that list. Maybe I left something out that you liked a lot. I'm sorry, but this is my personal list. I wanted to keep it the way I wanted, so there you go. Hopefully 2019 is even better, because we got a lot of movies. And stay tuned for my most anticipated movies. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought, and Happy New Year to everybody, and see you in the next year.